Hey everyone, it's your favorite dynamic duo. It's Tiana,
And Devin.
and we're so happy you could join us here for another unboxing featuring our latest collection, the Roaring 20s. So, if you love spoilers, unboxings, and demonstrations, then you definitely made it to the right live stream, and we're so happy you could be here. We unbox each Manny by Me collection every Monday on the 23rd. Plus, we go live every Tuesday for more Maniology fun. So, definitely subscribe to us and join the community. So, before we jump into this box and stuff, I just wanted to say, like, there is nothing demure about our February collection. The Roaring 20s, for those who are just unfamiliar and stuff, was actually probably one of my favorite decades to study for my fashion design. I don't know. What about you, Dev? Did you have to study this particular like generation or decade for art?
No, not exactly. I didn't. We didn't cover it so much, but I also really like the Roaring 20s. I especially the clothes. Like something that they did so beautifully was like all the detailed hand beading. I just love that. It was so intricate and so pretty. Yeah, there's a lot of really, really cute details. I've even seen like vintage makeup from those time periods. I mean, the packaging is amazing. The dresses that I've seen from those periods were really beautiful, especially those that were like for special occasion going out type of dresses, where again, you see a lot of that elaborate like details and even headpieces sometimes. So I think it's great for fashion inspo.
Absolutely. I agree. I think it's just like the dramatic cosmetics and like the ornate beading and just like the form-fitting figures. It's definitely coming into a different era, a different generation, and a different time. And it just kind of screams something a little more exciting than, like the previous generations. But it was definitely a fave of mine, of ours, and we're hoping that you will enjoy this too. Definitely, this box brings a lot of Art Deco inspired um, designs. So, yeah, every box that you receive will come with an inspiration card, and Dev will quickly show you that because that has everything, like a brief description of all the items that come in this box.
Yes. So on the back, you're going to have just a little quick explanation of the two plates that you got, your surprise gift for this month, and then also the two polishes. So just to kind of give you a little heads up of what you can expect and what the inspo was. Also, we just want to let you guys know, because I know there are going to be some of you who ask, we had just a little typo. Please forgive us. We are a very small team, very, very small team, working very hard to try to produce all these products year after year, plate after plate. So please forgive us. We had a little typo for our 5-piece nail tool set. It's not a dotting tool. It's just nail tools, and I will get into it. Well, it's not just nail tools. I'm really excited for this. I promise. I'm very, very excited for this set of tools because we haven't done anything like this before, and I think there's so many cool uses for it.
Absolutely. I'm so
So
excited to kind of see what we're going to do today with these tools. And of course, you guys will be super excited because we only give you guys really awesome things that are useful and, of course, that match the theme. And so going
yes.
into the next card is a how-to inspiration, which is basically your first inspiration to creating a manicure. So we'll give you a step by step. And this month's card is called Gilded Gem.
Yep. And it was inspired by Art Deco, but I wanted to do, I think when people think of Art Deco, a lot of times they think of dark colors. They associate it with New Year's Eve, especially New Year's Eve. For some reason, I noticed there's always like an association with that.
It's the
But
Great Gatsby vibe, I think, just
yes, that's it.
specifically, yeah.
Yep. It's very, yeah, perfectly said by Tiana. Great Gatsby. But I wanted to try do a pastel version and do a more spring inspired version. And then when I did research, I saw all these amazing color combos of like really pretty shades, really pretty pastels that looked so good. And so I decided to do something like that for this how to. And then on the back, we have a step by step of how to achieve this look. And we make it very simple so that way we can jumpstart your creativity. And also, I show you how to use stamps in a different way and kind of create your own design.
So hint, hint, are we going to be going through this today, Dev?
We will see. I will see if
Okay.
we can. No promises, but I think maybe I can tie in some elements of this. We'll see.
Okay, guys, I tried. So
Depends.
we'll
Depends if
see.
you guys are nice. No,
Okay, we'll
I'm
see.
playing
I
around.
asked, I tried. So, okay. So don't forget to read over these cards because there's a lot of love that went into all of them. And let's get into the box. Let's get into the unboxing.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so let me take all these things out and set them aside so you can start to focus on all the good stuff. Also, we have a little sticker, Dare to Design. It's a little polish bottle, and you can put
That's
this
so
on
cute.
anything you want. I think it'd be fun to put this on an acetone bottle.
Absolutely. I need to get a new acetone bottle.
Well, I thought we sell them, so you might be able to get it from us, Tiana. So let me peel off this.
Okay, so while Dev is getting all prepared, let's see.
Let's do.
I think I have, yep, perfect. And let's see.
This is plate MXM 145.
So
So
this
this is our
plate,
first plate.
our 145, features intricate full nail designs inspired by striking symmetry and ornate details of the Art Deco aesthetic. So again, you have like some full nails on the left-hand side, but you have a lot of little details, which I love. And probably Dev can go into a little more detail because actually in the how-to, you're kind of seeing her use some of these ideas.
Yes, so there are many ways that you can use these little pieces. You can just do one stamp directly on your nail if you want to keep it simple and easy, or you can add to it and create your own pattern, which is something I did in the how-to. So there are many ways that you can play around with this kind of stuff.
I've
And then the
actually
fun, oh, sorry, what
I've
were you saying,
oh,
Kim?
sorry. I was gonna say, I've been seeing a lot of nail art where there's a lot of outlining. Now, I know that might not be your thing and stuff, but I think with the inspiration that Dev was showing, I wish I could show you guys that inspiration right now. There's a lot of really cute outlining too, with like rose gold outlining and stuff too that I've seen.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not saying double stamping, but you could do that even with what is that? The ones that are in the middle there?
Mm-hmm.
Here,
Absolutely.
these designs that I'm talking about and doing some
Yes.
reverse stamping.
That would be very, very cute. And I think also the good thing about these designs is they can work on little nails. I know a lot of you ask about like, what about little nails? Well, here we created a bunch of small designs for little nails, and we have some that are bigger for larger nails. And then of course we have these wonderful full nail designs where it doesn't matter where you pick up, you're gonna get something on it, or you're gonna get an interesting design on your nails. Where I know in the past we've done some designs where it's like, for example, if it's like a scene and maybe you have small nails, so you can't really get much of that scene. Well, this is gonna make it a lot easier because no matter where you pick up, you're gonna have something cool.
Absolutely. Actually, I would be able to show since I have, my shorties right now too. I do apologize because I actually do have some pretty big nail beds, but you can just kind of compare how much you would pick up. So I could pick up quite a bit. And then also like these little flowers.
Yes,
Yes, I
very,
have
very
very short
cute.
nails right now. So a lot of really cool things that can be done with this plate. And then the next exclusive plate that you'll receive in this set is MXM146. And let's see.
And this is it. So
Sorry, give me a
for
sec.
those of you who have short nails, you can use these designs. And for those of you who have longer nails, I might be able to show you a way to use this and make it even a little bit longer. So
Mm,
there are lots of fun ways to play with this. And
very
I'm
cool.
really excited to show you guys all the cool things that can be done.
So with this plate too, I also like the fact that there's, if you are a French lover, where you like French tips, you have a lot of different designs here that you can use. You don't necessarily have to use them that way. You can also get creative, but
Yes.
yeah,
I've seen, so with the French, some people maybe they're not into French tip, then all you have to do is turn it around and now use it around your cuticle line.
absolutely. And I cannot tell you how many ideas I have for just those two etched designs that Dev is holding upside down right now. These.
Which one?
There is so much that you can do with just
Yes,
this.
there
Here.
is. You could probably do some, Tiana, you're giving me ideas for the things that I should show on the live. Um, yeah, you could probably do some really cool double stamping with this as well.
Very, very cool. I feel like
So,
for me personally, I've been kind of waiting for a design that looks like this because there's just so
mm,
many things that you can do. Um,
yes.
so again, it's a matter of getting creative, but it's not just, and the thing I love about this is that there's so many elements that it doesn't pertain to just one season. Like you could use these plates all year round if you wanted
Yeah,
to. So
absolutely. Especially like, for example, this design kind of like some of these designs I feel like could work so well for summer because if you switch up the colors and depending what else you stamp with it, it could kind of have like seashell vibes. So
yeah,
like this could kind of look like a mermaid tail if you do different colors. This could kind of remind you of seashells. There are lots of potential um, to mix and match this and use it in many different ways. I mean, these look like flowers. They could work for spring. They could work for fall. There's so many, possibilities. So it really just depends on you and your creativity and how you want to use these. Again, they aren't so seasonal and so specific where it's like, for example, if I give you a shell design, chances are you're probably only going to use it for summer unless you live in a warm place where you have year-round warm weather and you could always use shells or live
right.
somewhere near a beach. But all of this stuff, this can be used whenever you want to because, again, it's not tied to a particular season.
Actually, do you mind if we go back to the plate that we were just talking about and stuff? Because I wanted to show a design that
Oh,
you
sorry.
did.
Hold on. I'm
Um,
going to wipe it my fingerprints.
oh, okay. He's getting all
There
the
you go.
oils and stuff.
Yes, I have cuticle oil on so you guys don't have to look at my dry cuticles.
So, look at this.
Oh, the light doesn't do it justice on my side. It just looks green.
Yeah, so I'm trying to move it around and stuff so you can kind of see what that looks like. But I feel like on my side, it does look, and we already have done a tutorial on this as well, that oil slick.
Mm-hmm. So for those of you who are wondering what's oil slick, we literally created a whole video just about it using our sun rays collection. And you can create an oil slick look on your nails using the sun rays collection along with the black polish. And I did that for this particular set that Tiana is showing
So
because I figured some people, you know, they want maximalism. They want all the stamps. They want every single nail to look different, while some of you would prefer something simple and easy. And this is a very low effort, high impact look. It reads
Absolutely.
well. It's very easy to stamp. And yeah, it's really simple. I
How
think it
does that
only
look to you, Dev?
it looks a little better on camera, but it's still so hard to catch all the colors. I highly recommend, if you guys want to know what the oil slick looks like, definitely check out that other live that we have on our channel so you can see more in detail what an oil, or you could just Google what oil slick looks like and you'll see a bunch of photos, but it looks like that.
Yeah, so now you can see here that this was the design that Dev had used to create this manicure look.
Yes. And for those of you who have longer nails, I think I'm going to show you guys how to stretch a design today too. So that's going to be really exciting and fun. Oh,
Okay,
gosh,
well,
there's so many things. There's so many things I'm going to show you in this live. So we should probably move on to the next portion because, again, I have many, many things to share with everybody. Also, before I kind of dig deeper and go into more about our box, in case you already heard everything you need to hear and you're ready to sign up and you're a first-time subscriber, or if you're coming back to the club, go over to www.mannyxme.com so that way you can sign up for your box. And if you're a first-time subscriber, save $5 off with sub 5. And again, that's www.mannyxme.com. Then I think, Tiana, do we still have that special little thing going on for the subscription boxes?
actually, no, we don't.
Oh,
Yeah, so
see?
yeah, that was just a promotion we had in the previous month. But actually, you can see it on your screen right now. You can go ahead and get your Roaring 20s box at the same website. Make sure to go ahead and use that discount code. And the box is live right now. So if you're thinking that, oh, is this live? This box is live right now. So you can go ahead and pick it up. Every new collection comes out on the 23rd, so you don't have to worry. If you go to the website right now, this is the box that you will be getting.
Yes, please make sure to order it on the 23rd or any day after, I want to say, because if you do the 22nd, you're going to get January's box because this is
Yes.
February's box. So make sure. Also, I am not going to rub it in anyone's faces, but what I am going to say is I warned you guys. I hope you guys took advantage of that promo. That's all I have to say. Not a I told you so, but just to kind of see, just maybe. Maybe a little I told you so. Like this much I told you so. So be on the lookout and make sure you sign up for our newsletters because that's how you find out about all these amazing things that are happening that are going on in maniology. So if you're not subscribed, sign up for the newsletter. That way you will know immediately when we do special promotions. Also, being a subscriber has all sorts of amazing benefits, which Tiana will share a little bit later. Should we talk about the polishes now, Tiana?
Yeah, definitely. So before we kind of get all caught up in showing you all the goodies and everything, let's go on to the two polishes that you will be getting this month. These are early release polishes, which means that you get them first, and they will be going onto the site later. So the first one we have is Jazzberry B50, 540, which is a rich plum colored stamping polish with a cream finish.
Oh, sorry. My oily cuticle hands keep like rubbing things off. So this is a really, really pretty dark fuchsia. So let me swatch this color out for you, and then I will stamp it for you guys a little bit later.
Okay, and while Dev is doing that, we can do like a quick side by side because I also have the polish here too. And I think this is like for me, this is one of the signature colors I feel like that when you think about the Roaring 20s, oftentimes comes up too. But
on my
when I
side,
put
it
it
looks so dark.
yeah, well, I feel like it looks a little I feel like you can see the berry.
Yes,
Um,
I think I can see the berry more on your side than I can on my side. Like,
yeah.
hold
So
on, let me see if I can. Maybe
let me
that
bring that
helps.
up
Does it
so
help?
you can
No, I don't think it helps
see.
that much.
No, it looks
Or
kind of
here, let me if I see if I go closer. Oh, there.
there.
There. When I go closer, now you can see more of that berry color.
That's beautiful.
It is. It's a really, really pretty color. It's very rich. And then
While
let's
we
talk
wait for
about our
that to
second color.
absolutely. Oh, so while we wait for that to dry, let's go into silver screen, which is B541. And this is a dazzling silver stamping polish with a metallic finish. So this actually has like a hint of lavender,
It does.
a hint
It
of
does have
lavender.
like the smallest hint of lavender. So for those of you who are like, how is this in comparison to Frost? Or wait, Frosty? Is that what it's? Wait, I forget what
Oh,
it's called.
our signature frosty.
Yes,
Let's see. Hold on. Um,
I have the color swatched right here
Frozen.
too.
Frozen, you
Frozen.
mean?
Calling it Frosty.
Okay, so
So
here is Frozen. Actually, right here, I have it in comparison. So you can tell, actually, I feel like when you put it up right next to each other, you can see just the slightest hint of that lavender that I was talking about. So
yes,
this
it's. Oh,
Frozen looks signature, very kind of white,
mhm.
um, like off-white, but let's see. And you can see it
This
in
has
Dev's
just like
swatch.
the slightest purple tinge and something else. With Frozen, the stamping color is extremely strong. And
Oh, okay.
sometimes that can be really good, but sometimes you want something more subtle. And kind of like how Luna is a subtle gray, it's not a really strong like stamping color in comparison to BAM white, but it has its place. And that's more like how silver screen stamps also. It's more on the subtle side. And sometimes you need that. Sometimes you want like a background print, but you don't want it to be the main focus because you're going to put something on top of that. That's
Yeah,
where silver screen would be. It's a supporting actor.
exactly. So if you're expecting, for those who have been following us for a long time and really like know our colors like the back of their hand, if you're looking for something like pewter, you're not going to be getting the same effect. Like pewter is in your face silver. It is a beautiful
Yes.
silver. It's meant to be a main character.
Yes,
This is not the
exactly.
same thing.
No, it's not. And I think the more that you do nail art, the more that you stamp, the more you play with polishes, you realize that having the strong, like you need the bold stuff like Jazzerberry, but then you also need something to support it that maybe isn't as intense all the time. And that is where silver screen comes in.
I
So
agree.
it's a very, very pretty color, and I can't wait to show you guys all the fun things we're going to do with it. So also,
Are we
I
going
think,
into, oh, sorry, go ahead.
oh, wait. I think it reminds me so much of the Roaring 20s because there's a lot of gold, there's a lot of silver, there's a lot of like metallic elements when I think of the Roaring 20s and Art Deco. So I really, really like this color. I think it's very pretty.
It is.
Sorry, what were you saying, Tiana?
Oh no, are we ready to move on with the tools? I guess I'm
I
really
think so.
excited to
I
talk
think
about
we
the
are.
tools.
I know. I'm so excited. There's so many fun things to discuss today. So these are our silicone tools.
I'm gonna get mine out and so we can do a side by side as well.
And you get 5 of these. And you're like, why would I need this? why would you need this? I'm sure all of you are wondering, what's the big deal? What makes this special? So these are awesome, and we give you a bunch of different heads. They all have different heads, so you can do different things with it. These are great for cleaning up polish around your cuticle line. So for example, if you get polish, you polish your hand or you polish your nails and you end up having polish slide down here, guess what? You can clean it up with this silicone tool. And also, another benefit of the silicone tool is the fact that with brushes, as much as we love a good cleanup brush, brushes in general, we all know they have a tendency to have a certain lifespan, especially if you don't take care of it well. Brushes can fray, brushes can get difficult, but guess what? Silicone doesn't. So you can always use it. You don't have to worry about the brushes fraying at all. And you can get nice and deep into that cuticle section, and you don't have to worry about anything poking you. It's soft enough, but also great at just doing quick cleanups. And then we have them because we know everyone has a personal preference, right? All of you might have a different preference on what you want your cleanup brush to be like. So some of you might find that you actually like this kind of more cone style tool, while other people might realize that they like an angled tool like this.
Right.
And they might find this more helpful, especially because you can just literally get it all in here at one time and just clean.
I
Super
have
simple.
while you're doing that, actually, you just reminded me because I just used my cleanup brush. So some of
Mhm.
you who have been part of Mani by Me for a long time might remember this tool that came out that we gave you a while ago. Well, this is my cleanup brush, and again, talking about the lifespan. So I was using this today, and I don't know. You can kind of see. You
Yeah,
see
the
that?
fray, it happens.
It
It
happens.
definitely happens over time. And again, Tiana's brush, I'm like seeing that, I'm like, wow, she did a great job at taking care of that brush because that brush is now what, 4 or 5 years old?
It's old, yes. And when I love things, I love them to the death. So
Yes.
I'm not going to be getting rid of this brush anytime soon. However, this is just kind of the nature of the beast when you are, using brushes and stuff and, using acetone. So you can really see, I think if I get close up there, how frayed out this is. But with silicone, pick and choose any one that you want to because that
Yes.
will not be the case, you know?
So we have, for cleanup, we have like 3 different options. Out of these 5, we have 3 different options. I mean, honestly, if you wanted, you could use them any way you want, but we have a couple of different options. So these are, I think, the best for cleanup. And this one is, you can see it is wide and flat. So again, you can just kind of get right up in there. Or you can use the angled one for those of you who prefer like angled brushes. Again, great option to just kind of clean up and around the cuticle line. And then the same with this one. For those of you who maybe have small spots here that you want to get, maybe you don't have it here, but maybe you just have a little something here, this is great. And again, I recommend if you're doing this, do it while your polish is still wet. If your polish is dry, it's going to make it a little harder to clean up. So when the polish is wet, I recommend going in and just quickly addressing it. So having it nearby is great. Another thing, when you are doing, bless you, Kara. When you are doing your cleaning of these tools, make sure to only get acetone on this part. Even the metal part is okay too, but keep it off the handle. Just like a lot of our other brushes, the handles are not acetone resistant, so we don't want you to get polish on here or polish remover on here. Just kind of focus on using it to clean up for the silicone parts. And now let's talk about some of the other tools, because I'm sure you guys are like, what the heck are these? Like, what are these shapes? They're very different shapes for us, especially this one because it's rounded. And then this one that has like this unusual kind of shape here. So
I'm so
These are
excited. I
cool.
know what they're used for.
Yeah. um, so, one, you could use this to push back your cuticles if you want, especially if you don't like using an Ortwood stick, or maybe you don't like using a metal pusher. Maybe it's too tough for you, and maybe it feels, some people have more sensitive hands, more sensitive skin. And if you don't want to use those types of tools because maybe you are more sensitive, this is great at pushing back cuticle. So that's one other benefit. And you can do that with either of these. You can push back your cuticles because, again, it's just silicone. It's very soft. So you're not going to be hurting anything. You're not going to have to worry about scraping or digging at all, especially if you are the type of person where maybe you're more prone to bleeding or getting cuts. You don't have to worry about that with these tools. So you get cuticle pusher, or there is another purpose for these. And I'm even more excited about that second purpose. You can edit your stamps with this. And I'm going to show you guys a little bit later how you can do that. Yeah, that's going to be so exciting. I'm really excited about that because you can use all of these tools any way you want to. These are just the things that I felt were like the easiest and simplest ways to use them, the recommended ways from me. But again, the great thing about tools, especially these, is you can use it however you find it to work best for you. Now, if you're a gel person, these can be great for chrome powder application. I mean, you could even do chrome powder application with these too, but you would be doing it on your stamper instead of on your nail. So if you are a gel girly, you can use it for chrome powder over your nails. You could use it for molding gel to create 3D fixtures, all kinds of things. So for the people who are into gel and gel art, tons of ways to use these. For those who just prefer polish, again, there's still tons of ways to use these. I just told you 3 great ways that you can use them, but I'm sure as you continue to play and explore, you might find even more ways that you can use these. So again, super, super awesome gift this month, and I'm so happy we were able to include it in your box. I spent so much time talking about it, but as you can see, I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited for you all to try these out. Okay, again, I'm just gonna pop this in there in case you guys are like, all right, we're done, I'm done. I heard you guys say all the things, I'm ready. So go ahead to www.mannyxme.com and use the code SUB5 to get $5 off your very first box. And if you aren't seeing it, for some reason you can't hear it, Tiana put the link right there for you guys. So it makes it so simple to go ahead and subscribe.
And take
Okay.
advantage of the $5 off because who doesn't love a
Yes.
discount, right? So,
Yes,
and
absolutely.
later on, I'll be describing a little bit more about the perks and stuff, and maybe another way that you could possibly get a free box if you sign up for our Manny Circles rewards. But we'll get into that a little later because I'm sure you guys want to see the demonstrations, Dev, and we're already hitting like the 30 mark.
Oh my
So
goodness, I know. I'm sorry. There was so much I had to tell you all.
no, definitely. So yeah, let's get into the demonstrations because I really
Okay.
want to see how these tools are going to be used for that editing she talked about.
Yes, and also I realized I didn't even stamp the swatches. I was having such a blast talking about all the things, everything. I had to share so much with everybody. So I'm gonna go ahead and stamp these swatches so that way we can get into the actual art demo and all the other fun things that I really wanted to show you. So give me 1 sec, everybody.
Now I know that there's some setup and stuff that Dev is going to be working on, which is completely fine. But I also want to show you like another work of art that Dev has done for these plates, and just to kind of give you some inspiration. Let me just share my screen here and pop me in really quick. So give me a sec. Look at this. Now I think this is like another color palette. It's striking to me because I love my turquoise, I love my teal colors and stuff. So if any of you are into that, and I love how she used kind of like a yellowy chartreuse as well, kind of bringing in that pastel inspiration. But look how pretty.
See, and again, imagine if we changed the colors to be brighter or more summery. You could do a lot of really fun things, like beachy things, I think.
Yeah, I'm really loving this French too. So again, I feel like because we've kind of wrapped it with the Roaring 20s and like the Art Deco feel, it matches, but take it out of context and put it into something. It could just be a really nice, simple French design to use as well. So,
Yes, absolutely.
oh, there you go. There's the swatches on the two polished colors,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm like, sorry, jazzberry and silver screen.
Yes. So obviously, again, jazzberry is a really dark, rich purple, or like fuchsia. And so you're not going to see it on black as much because, again, with the color theory situation, it's kind of hard to see dark colors on a dark background. But as you can see on the white, it looks so beautiful and it stands out amazingly well. And so that is jazzerberry. Now for silver screen, again, we said that jazzberry is jazzberry is the main character. She's bold, she's very fun, while we have silver screen, our supporting actress or actor. And it's a really soft, kind of subtle effect. So in different lighting, you can kind of catch like that really, really pretty silver cast. But then when you turn it, it also, wait, here, let me move this stuff. I think it's hard to see right now. When you turn it in other lighting, she almost disappears. So that's the fun effect with this stamping polish is, again, in different lighting, you're going to see different things. So if you're wanting something that's more subtle and maybe you have a job where you can't really have super flashy nail art or super colorful stuff, this is going to be a great color for you. Because when you move your hands, it'll appear or disappear however you want it to. So
Subtle,
again,
demure,
yes,
very
very demure, very cutesy, very mindful, mindful of its situations.
but it's very, very pretty, and I think also just using the stamp that you did too just makes it look more ornate,
Hmm.
really Art Deco, very Roaring 20s.
Yes, this is a really cute color, and again, great for doing background designs, especially if you're trying to do like a bunch of layering. So, for example, you want to do a full nail pattern, but then you want to have an individual stamp on top to make it the focal point, then that is going to be your best friend. So now I think we're probably going to want to get into like what should we get into? There's so many things we could do.
I don't
I
know, what are you
know
gonna kick it off with first?
I think I'm going to start off with again, oh, there's so many things. There's so many things I want to do right now. My brain is having a difficult time. Okay,
Well, first, do you wanna show them,
how to
oh,
edit?
I'm really excited to see that. I'm sure
Okay,
they would be super excited, and also, it's like, edit your stamps, like, how would you
what
edit
does
your
that mean? Yeah.
right? Well, yeah, exactly. What does that mean? So I think showing in a demonstration would be super helpful.
Okay, I am going to show you guys how to edit your stamp, and then right now I'm just wiping it with a little bit of acetone because I was touching the tips of these tools and my hands are covered in cuticle oil. We don't want that when we're trying to edit our stamp.
And did you see how Deb just cleaned, how easy that was to clean the silicone?
Yes,
With a
we
brush,
don't
you
have
have
to
to go in
worry.
the one direction only.
Right.
But silicone, don't even worry about it. Just clean
Yeah.
it with acetone.
So here we go. I'm just going to pick this design right here because it's not connected to each other. So watch this.
You
And
know what?
so part
Sorry,
of the
Deb.
reason, oh, I see. You guys can't see anything because it's like I've got so much background. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can do that.
So
There.
there.
Is that better?
So
Hopefully
that's
it's
what
not.
Dev meant by edit, is basically take out elements of, look at that. It's just like she's gobbling it up.
Yes. So I think a lot of you have struggled with this and you're like, okay, what do I use to try to edit the stamp? Some of you would use dotting tools. Some of you would use stamping or like tape or your sticky stamper station. But the reason I use dotting tools a lot, but I prefer this better because what I notice with the dotting tool is rounded. And sometimes when you're trying to pull something that is really close together, especially if it's like straight lines involved, it makes it difficult. So I like that this has a clean, straight edge. I'm gonna wipe off. And then all you do is just wipe it off. And look at that. I don't even have to like be sensitive or anything like that. I can just like really go to town and wipe it off. But I like that this edge is a bit more straight so I can really get up in there to just like pick apart the things that I don't want. So let's try it again with another design. So the only thing when you edit your stamp, usually you want to pick designs where the lines are not like all touching each other. Like doing an edit for this, it's not impossible, but it's going to be tricky because the lines are touching each other. So when you pull one line, you might pull other parts of the design accidentally. It's better to go for designs like this where you see there's a little space in between each of it. So when you pull it apart, it makes it easy. So let's try that again. I'm just going to show you guys how to edit it. So here's the design. Let's try with our other version. And because this is curved and these little dots here are curved, look at how nicely that fits in there. It just like fits so perfectly in there. And there we edited it or took away the parts.
That's so
Like it
cute.
makes editing
Perfect.
so simple. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that so flippin' cool?
That is super cool. And again, going back to what Dev mentioned, I do want to reiterate to making sure that there's not connected pieces. The reason why this, this technique can go off without a hitch with the way that Dev's doing it is because there are very separate elements in the design itself. If you're, again, going back to a design that has lines that all touch, you're making the process a lot more difficult
Yes.
for yourself.
So I'm going to show you what happens when you try to edit something with connecting lines. So
Can you move the nail plate or?
oh yeah, that's right.
Thank you.
There we go. So I'm going to go back to this and I'm going to try and take out this line in the center. It just makes it a bit harder. Oh, well, but I did it.
So like we said, it's not impossible. It just makes the process a lot harder.
Yeah.
So,
Because sometimes, especially if the design isn't dry enough,
there.
you see what happened?
Mm-hmm.
Or if the design is too dry, this can happen, where now it kind of pulled the line, the other line, and now it like flopped back, and it just makes it a little bit more tricky. So you can see here now I'm kind of struggling to pull apart things because it's just not coming off so easily. And yeah, this is it. This is what happens. You see this? It's connected to the tool, but because all the lines are connected to each other, that is what can happen. Sometimes you can get lucky, especially if you move really quickly. But if you're someone who moves slower, there's a high chance you're going to have things like that happen where you might have been trying to edit one area and then it pulls the whole stamp. or pulls other lines that you don't want. So that's why if you're new to editing your stamp, I recommend going with designs where the lines aren't connected to each other. That'll make the process a lot easier. And then when you become more comfortable with the concept, you can go ahead and try designs that the lines are connected and just, proceed with caution. That's all I have to say with that.
I know. I wouldn't even, I mean, this is definitely a advanced style technique if you're going to start doing this with the lines and stuff, but yeah.
I feel like the first way that I showed you guys how to edit with the non-connected lines, I feel like that's pretty easy. I think a lot of you could do that very, very simply and very quickly. What do you think, Tiana?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you have so many different, at least 5 different heads that you can find that would work for you, depending on the design. Super simple. Even like, again, the pointed one, do dots,
Yeah.
small flowers, things like that.
Yes.
I can see a lot of uses. So
Yeah, definitely. There's so many fun things you can do with these tools to change up your stamp and make it, it's like almost make your own customized art. I mean, it is, not almost, it is making your own customized art. So that is one way that we can use the tools. Now let's go into some of the stamping, because I'm sure you all are very, very curious to see how that all looks. And I wanted to do a double stamp for you today. So we're gonna use, I think I'm gonna go, yeah. All right. I know what I'm doing, everybody. My brain is taking a second. Okay, so I wanna go in with this pretty gold color because I have an idea. Then we're gonna stamp, pick it up, move this on the side. Hopefully I'm not moving too slow already. I might have. Oh, I did it. Okay. Go, go, go. Oh. Okay, no. Shoot.
oh, is this going to be a sticky base situation?
This is,
now?
yeah, because already things are like a little bit dry. So maybe I can. So you can stretch the design. Are you guys seeing how I'm stretching it right now? Look at that. And let me show you. Look, there's still excess. So this design, had I started lower, I probably would have been able to stretch it to the top. But look at the length. So this is the design here. But when we're on a curved surface, you're going to need it to be longer. And so for those of you who have really long nails, you'll be able to stretch it. So I stretched it a little bit just now while we were stamping, so that way I could get more of the nail. Had I started from the bottom, I probably would have been able to stretch it all the way up to the top because look, I still have this excess here. Versus if I had just stamped it traditionally. Let me see, I might have. Versus if I just stamped it, I'm like, can I stamp it on my nail? Here. If I just stamp it regularly. And that is me using the whole thing. I have some space at the tip. And then I also have a lot of space at the bottom. Versus the first time I did it. Even though the starting point looks like it's the same, I had more excess on this end. So I could have gone for a longer look. So that's one thing to note. If you have longer nails, you can stretch it.
So, Deb, do you have a recommendation for those who would be stretching their stamp? So, like, say for example, would you recommend kind of being a little firmer as like anchor point as you are stretching the image? Can you talk to us about
Yes.
that a little?
So I know you guys probably were like, I'm not sure what it is that I'm looking at. Okay, let me show you again how you can stretch these, because I think that's important to note for this, for these types of designs, since everyone has different nail lengths. So when you're stretching, I wonder if I can do it on here. What you're gonna do is you're gonna roll your design, but when you're rolling, you're gonna be pushing up at the same time. So you're rolling and pushing and rolling and pushing. It's kind of harder to roll and push right now because this is a paper, so the paper is,
But you know what? I actually like because as you are rolling and pushing, you can actually see the contact of where the stamper contacts with the paper.
yes,
So, it's kind of like what do you call again, kind of creating your anchor point at wherever you want to begin and kind of
yep,
slowly stretch and move at the same time because you don't want to break the design.
exactly. So now let me show you a size comparison. And I know some of you are like, well, how come you don't want to just use uh, the stamper that helps to shrink and enlarge signs? No, look at that, the length difference. The reason I didn't want to use the shrinking stamper is because with that, it's going to shrink and enlarge everything. But I don't need it to necessarily be wider, I need it to be longer. And if you need it to be longer, then this is going to be an effective method. Especially for a design like this, where if you pull it, it still looks good either way. But you can see clearly there is definitely a length difference. So that is one way that you can use this design. And then also you saw that I was able to do a double stamp. And I used the gold, I think it's Gold Rush, and one of these full nail designs. And then I used it to stamp with this. So again, many ways that you can use this design. And if you are the type who wants to create your own pattern, you could do something like this. Oh, yeah, actually I do want to do it that way. And this is basically, maybe I should have used, what am I doing? Just use this to clean up all the bits. So now we can go ahead and color in that design. We could try using this for reverse stamping. I'm going to give it a shot and see how it holds up.
Okay, while Dev is doing that, I think this is a really good opportunity for me to just kind of briefly talk about the benefits for those who are interested in Manny by Me and are not yet subscribed. You might be joining us for the first time. First of all, just want to say thank you to everybody who has been supporting Manny by Me. This is a labor of love, and we enjoy bringing these boxes to you. So thank you so much for the support. But when you sign up for Manny by Me, you do get a lot of perks. One of them being that you get to enjoy 10% off with all Maniology orders that you create, and you get a VIP code MXM VIP, and also get free shipping with a $30 order minimum, which is super cool. And also, this is where I was talking about the Manny Circle rewards. And if you're not aware of what our Manny Circle rewards is, it is our free stamps program. And stamps are just ways that you collect every time that you shop with us, you collect stamps. Um, Certain things that you might purchase with us, you might get more stamps, like being a Manny by Me subscriber. So as soon as you sign up for being a Manny by Me subscriber, you earn your way to get 50% more stamps, which means you get closer to getting free or discounted items. You could also possibly get a free Manny by Me box. So that could be something that's really exciting. Honestly, if you've been shopping with us for years and years and you're not a Manny Circle Rewards member, you need to jump on it because you've been missing out for far too long. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and again, who doesn't love, free things? We have polishes, we have things that maybe you need to re-up on, like straight up black or BAM white. Those two polishes will never go out of style. They're always needed when you're stamping, whether you're a beginner or whether you're advanced, it doesn't even matter. Um, we have other things too. We change it up. So you definitely take a look at that. And again, being a Manny by Me member, you earn so many more stamps to get free stuff. Also, that you are just naturally joining a vibrant and very helpful artistic community when you join in for Manny by Me. So we have a creative and supportive community that's willing to help you, willing to kind of kick off your inspiration. Of course, we are your now educators here, but we have a huge support group on our social, and you will be joining that as well. So, and and I say if because if you've been with us and you know our previous boxes and you know the previous boxes that have been sold out, then you already know you can only get any past boxes that we may have released if you are a Manny by Me subscriber. Again, the exclusive plates that Dev is showing you right now that she's working on are only available to those who are Manny by Me subscribers. It's our promise to our subscribers. We will not release them out to the public. If you manage to see them somewhere else, that means somebody else is selling them. It's not from us. That is our promise to you. So you can only be a subscriber and get previous boxes if they're available on in our stock. Excuse me. So fun things when you sign up with us. So again, I will go ahead and put that link on the screen so you can go ahead and see. They go to www.mannyxme.com to get your Roaring 20s Manny by Me box. And don't forget to use the sub 5 code. Doesn't matter if you're going to get the box. Well, let me see. If you're getting the box or if you decide to get our Canvas Express kit, you can save $5 off. So go to the site www.mannyxme.com and it takes you right to our box collection. So let's see, where are you, Dev? What are you
I
doing?
am doing another. I was gonna do a double stamp, but I was like, I think for this I can do it, and I've done it before. I did it for um, that how to, but I was like, or I could make my life simple and just layer it,
Why would you make your life simple? Why would you do that?
right? Why on earth would I try and make my life simple when I can make it so much more complex? So let me try the simple way because that makes a lot of sense right now. So we're just going to clean up all the junk here. I stretched my stamp again. And then also, if you have wider nail beds, do not fret because you can always use the excess of your stamp on the sides of your nails to fill the gap. Just like that. So it's a little crooked, please forgive me. I've got the camera going on and all this other stuff, but you get the idea. And then we're gonna go ahead and take one of these French designs. I used this earlier, so maybe I'll use a different one. Maybe I'll go with something like this. And I'm gonna go with a wider design instead of going with the smaller one.
I'm really loving just the ornateness of each of these stamps. So I can see people getting, really creative with the reverse stamping, but look, you don't have to.
You really don't.
Yeah. Nice.
2 colors can do a lot. Move all this. There we go. And I'm going to be very honest. These nails are really long. I know I've seen a lot of your hands, and these are very, very long, I think, for most of you. These are more like my length nails. Like, let me see. Oh, it's even longer. It's even a little longer than my length, and my nails are pretty long. So I think a lot of you will have a very easy time using it in comparison because your nails are not so long.
I know. I was actually going to show, let's see, because I have this plate right in front of me. And again, using my nubbins as a reference point. Actually, I think I would probably just get the tip of my French right there and the length.
Perfect.
So my middle finger is just a tad bit. Yeah, so I think for like our girls who have short or slightly longer, I think this is like perfect. Or anyone really who wants to do their nails with this. Really good opportunities, really good designs. Let's see.
Let's see if this is dry. I think it is. So now I'm going to use my sticky base coat because it's very dry for this design that we did earlier. And you guys are such troopers because we hit the hour mark and you guys are still with us. I'm so thankful. I promise we're almost done. Like we're almost there. We're almost there. I know you guys have been very patient with me. So give it a few seconds. Let your sticky base coat dry. Again, my stamp is very dry because I was just doing all the things, talking to you guys, having a blast. Nope. Still wet. I'm like, do I have time to do another stamp while that happens? Probably not.
Yeah, just let's wait it out.
Oh, it's so hard, Tiana.
I
It's so
know, I
difficult to
know.
wait.
You're doing a good job, Dev.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, here we go. I think now we are ready.
Look at that. Voila.
So cute.
Very nice. So again, you have 1, 2, 3 colors and fancy, fancy, fancy.
Yes. It looks like you put so much work and effort into this when really it's a pretty simple concept to do. And then also, again, now you've customized your design. And there, 2 people could have the same plate and also use the exact same designs and still have a different result. So that is one way that you can do it. You could even turn it upside down, and so that way it'd be like this. Again, many different ways to play with it. If you wanted, you could even do other things and put more designs, like going up. There's just a lot of ways that you can play with all of these things. There was something else. Oh, yeah. I wanted to show you guys what I meant about the supporting actress or actor role. So we're going to use silver screen.
Oh, very
Look at
nice.
how pretty that is. So in certain lighting, it's like it almost disappears, and then as soon as the light hits it, you see it again. It's like a stealth stamp. And then from there, let's add something more dramatic that we want you to focus on. So I think I'm going to go with something bold, like one of these. And I'm going to stretch it again because the nail tip, I purposely used larger nail tips just so that way the demonstration would look nice and clear and you guys could see all the details. So now if we're going to go for something really bold and a strong focus. I think I want to use this one. Okay. Oh, why did I think that that was going to be a smarter way to do it? I was like, let's try and see if doing it in reverse, that was not the best idea, but you can learn from my mistake. So if you end up going in reverse the way I did for some reason, and I highly don't recommend doing that. If you go in reverse and now you're like, uh-oh, my design stopped. So you can go back and just take parts of it and make it longer by just taking this. Or if you want, you can use a brush to make it longer. Again, these are for people who have the really long nails and they want something to cover all of that. You can just keep going. And there you go. So, not perfect, please forgive me, but look at how you can layer. We have the main character here in that light purple, but then when you move the nail, you can see all that pretty background print. And then I'm gonna go in and add more because why not? Let's go for this design right here. So then,
Very cool.
yeah. So now do you understand, everybody, what I meant by like you need your supporting actors to help out? Because maybe I wanted this to be the main focus, but then I wanted to have a little something special underneath. And that's where silver screen comes in. Now, for those of you who are like, hey, I'm really not into French, I would love to figure out some other things I can do with my French. I gotcha. I'm going to show you another way you can wear a French design if stamping a French tip is not your thing.
Okay, so while we watch Dev do that, I really quickly want to mention too, if you are a new subscriber with us and this is your first box, you will also be getting a stamper and scraper, which is the stamper and scraper that Deb is using. A clean one, of course, a brand new one.
I
So if
promise
you're
not going to be my crusty used one.
But we love the loved ones. But so you will get your own stamper and scraper with your collection. Whether you get the kit or the box, you will be receiving this, and it's going to be for your first order only. So don't worry, we're going to give you everything you need in order to get on your stamping journey right away. And this is our classic ice cube stamper.
Mm-hmm. And so instead of using the French at the tip, let's pretend that this is the tip of your nail. You could either use it this way, or if you want, you could use it at the base, your cuticle line, and stamp it down here. So that's another fun way that you can use it. Or let's say you're not really into that. You could always do a crossover. So I'm going to use this same tip just so that way you guys know what's going on. And let's pick this design. Wait, give me a sec. Let me try and clean that off again, redo it. I didn't do a super clean scrape, which is no one's fault but my own. Then let's say you just want to do like something on the side of the nail, like that. So if that's your nail, this is what it could look like. So you could just have like a side swoop. So there are many ways that you can use a French design. You could use it at the base, or you could use it the traditional way, which would be like this, at the tip of your nail. You could flip it over and it could be at the base of your nail. Or you could do like a side swoop situation like this. So that way you have a nice kind of fun look. Or I've even seen it where, let me see if I have, okay. I want to have a more contrasting color. Give me 1 second, everybody, because I'm thinking the white might be not contrasting enough. I'm gonna grab a baby blue. So the other way you can use this stamp is you could do a crossover. And you could also do that at the base of the cuticle. You could do that at the tip. So this is also kind of like a take on the French style, just like usually doing it at the tip, but let me clean this up. Oh, Oh, that's kind of messy. But the point that I'm trying to make is with two really different colors, you could create it so that way it's crossed over like this, and then have, again, another very unique look. So there are many ways that you can play with these designs. Please explore all your options because, again, that's the best part of nail stamping is being on the creative journey and figuring out what does and doesn't work for you.
Absolutely, I agree. And there's endless options just in these 2 plates too. So,
Yes, there really
and
is.
Dev just showed you 5, and there's so many more.
Yeah. I felt like I
But
showed you 5 and then I like kept building on it and showed you, yeah, like a couple more ways. Oh, last thing I wanted to mention for everyone before we wrap this up is maybe you have enough polishes and you're like, I don't need any more polishes, but I absolutely love the plates and I really love these silicone tools that you're getting with them. Also, for those of you who are like, wait, we've given you many dotting tools in the past, we've given you brushes in the past, but this is something different and this is so flippin' awesome. I can't wait for you to play with it. But if that is you and you don't need any more polishes, then we have the Express kit. And that'll come with your 2 plates that are exclusive to our subscribers only, your surprise gift of the month. If you're a first-time subscriber, it's going to come with a stamper and scraper and also your 2 inserts. So it'll literally come with everything you need, excluding the polishes. So we have tons of options for you. And also that sub 5 code that I mentioned earlier works on our express or full subscription box, which makes a huge difference.
definitely. So again, going back to, I'm gonna add my screen here. You get the 2 plates. You get your stamper and scraper if you're a first-time subscriber. You're gonna get your 2 early release polishes and the gift items here for your collection. So don't forget the inspiration card and also the how-to tutorial for your very first box. So many exciting things. Definitely go ahead. I'm going to put the link again. Get your Roaring 20s Manny by Me box right now, www.mannyxme.com. But is there anything else you wanted to
I
say?
think that's it. I mean, I gave you guys, Tiana and I gave you a lot of information to process in this much longer live than what we usually do. There was a lot to cover. I mean, I had to show you guys how you could use it for all the things. These tools are so cool. And I didn't show it in this live, but you can also use it to apply powder to your stamper. So get your chrome powder and just rub it in.
Well, maybe we can
That's
do
another
that for
way.
another live, another
Yep.
another day.
I think we'll have to save that for another time.
Absolutely. But thank you so much for everyone who is joining in and watch us unbox. If you have any questions, please feel free to go ahead and write them in the comments. We'll do our best to get back to you. And definitely can't wait for you to go ahead and get this, pick up this collection. So
Yes.
thank you for joining us and take care. We'll see you in the next unboxing.
Bye, everybody. Talk to you later.
Bye.